Hello and welcome to BeBrightTarot.ca. You are liking, subscribing, following. You are on Instagram, YouTube, and the website, and I appreciate you tracking us down. Be Bright Tarot is all about having some fun, but most importantly, using tarot on a regular basis, practical ways, just general self awareness, self discovery, and some nice, simple acknowledgments of what might be happening around you that we're sometimes not quite aware of. So enjoy this reading. All right, here we are at our week ahead reading for the week of January 5th. Welcome back and well done on starting the new year with getting in touch with yourself. All right. First card we're going to look at is the energy for the week. And this is the Nine of Canes, the Nine of Swords. So this one is sleeplessness, anxiety, something's on your mind that you just can't shake, worry, fears, nightmares, stress, depression, all those wonderful, great things that surprisingly enough, always seem to hit us in January, right? Perhaps it's the kind of the fall in our energy from after the busy holiday seasons, but I'm not surprised that this is the energy for this week. So, how do we kind of combat this or deal with it where we don't just wallow in our beds and not get out of bed? Let's not overthink things this week. Let's be kind to ourselves. Stop being so harsh on yourself or others. Let's find some kindness. Don't fixate on things that are likely never to happen. That's where most of our worries and our anxieties come from, is things that are totally out of our control, and yet we somehow take them on and they don't necessarily ever have the possibility of happening, but we have great imaginations, don't we? So let's take control of our thoughts. Let's give ourselves some time just for some rest and some calm, and just let go of those things outside your control, and focus on your own actions this week and not the things that truly aren't ours to control. All we can do is control our actions and our reactions and our own behaviors to the situations around us. So, all right, the next card is going to be the opportunity for the week, and this is the Three of Canes or Swords. Again, a bit of a harsh message here. This is a card about loss, sadness, grieving, all those kinds of things. So, and again, it could be as simple as the loss that we have after the holiday season. I mean, we've just gone through a busy time. We've seen all of our loved ones. We've connected with people. We've had good times. We've done all that things, and that's kept us on a high for the past few weeks. And we can feel heartbreak or loss once that energy, that vibe of the season, once it leaves us. So let's take the opportunity to heal through this. Let's feel the feels. Let's be angry, be sad, be lost, whatever your pain feels like. But the only way onward is to handle it and face those feelings, and we have to go through them. We can't run away from them. We have to go through those feelings, and so this is a great opportunity to tackle some of that. Let's release anyone or anything in our lives that need to be cut away. those tasks, responsibilities, people, situations, jobs, habits that are no longer serving us or supporting us. And so this is the opportunity to face that change is needed, and um, that we can um, take the time to tackle it. So, a great question is, how will you live, love, survive, and thrive from this point forward? All you have is the future to look forward to. So let's make it the best that we can. So let's take this painful looking card and turn it into an opportunity to start the healing and the dealing. Next card is obstacle that we might run into this week. Like, those first two cards weren't obstacles, but apparently there'll be more. All right, and this is a reversed Eight of Gifts, or Eight of Pentacles. So we're going to be feeling a lack of motivation to be productive and active this week. And I mean, after those first two cards, it's not really surprising. This card is about not trying hard enough. It's relying on others to do the work for you. We could be very bored at our work, where we're feeling overskilled and undervalued. Just some general mediocrity, impatience, laziness. Just not feeling um, much motivation right now. So, as an obstacle, the best thing to do is just be aware of it, and let's make sure that we're not damaging our reputations, or the trust that others have in us. If we do get stuck in this little bit of a lack of motivation, laziness, stress, anxiety kind of period, um, let's see if we can find a new perspective, a new way of looking at things, or a new process. Just even if it's just to help liven things up a little bit, it could be enough just to kind of get us through this little hump of a week. And, you know, I always advise great steps to do are just to step back and rest, um, reflect and rest to help with the healing. So that's our obstacle for the week. Next card is going to be a help. How can we help ourselves, help others around us? And this card is the Nine of Gifts, or coins, pentacles, also reversed. So we could be very focused on keeping up appearances, staying in a situation, a relationship, a job, a position, a responsibility. We could be trying to stay there because it looks better to others. Others expect us to do that. Perhaps we're sitting here stuck because it's financially stable and secure for us. We could be bored out of our minds, as reflected in the previous card. But it's easy, it's safe, it's keeping up appearances, it's materially, financially safe and secure. So, how should we help ourselves? We need to absolutely reflect on what's important to you. If Is it being busy and working hard? Perhaps that's your goal. Is it having all the nice things? If that's your goal, nothing wrong with that. Is it having a challenging and rewarding job with great people? What a reflection question could be, what will you bring? What will bring you abundance, satisfaction, and contentment? Um, and think about your wealth, your health, yourself, your spiritualness, your love life. But what will actually bring satisfaction, contentment, and abundance as you define it, not how others define it. So try to make a couple changes to your work-life play balance this week. Um, just to keep things in line and in perspective with where your big goals are. Um, because if we're just going through the motions because it's expected, or we're staying in a situation because it's expected, or we don't want to be judged by others, it's not necessarily serving us anymore. So um, feels like this one could be, maybe responsible for those other cards, the anxiety and the sleeplessness and the feeling of loss, could potentially be stemming from this card of, yeah, trying to do what's best so that we look good. Okay, so final card for the week is action I can take, and this is the Justice card. So, yeah, the poor little guy's got coal for Christmas. And why? Because all of our actions have consequences, and eventually they all have to be faced. So, when that is required, justice steps in and balances right and wrong. You're not gonna, you may not like the outcome, but it's gonna be based on harmony and fairness and justness. So let's look at things with logic and clarity, equity, truthfulness. Whatever we're dealing with this week, let's just make sure we're doing the right thing. Do the right thing. Um, and it's probably time to make that decision that needs to be made. The one that's been causing all this stress and anxiety and loss and feels and boredom, loss, grief. So, time to make that decision, but make it based on logic, equity, truthfulness. Does it ring true to your values? Um, is it what's right for you? So, that is our week ahead for January 5th. Definitely feels a little heavy, but not totally surprising for the start of a new year. So, just again, release what's causing pain, anxiety, and stress. It's time to do what's right and not worry what others think. And definitely try not to be lazy or cut corners this week. It's time to decide to move through it, move through the feelings, move through the boredom, um, move through and deal with it. So, bebrighttarot.ca, like, subscribe, follow, Instagram, YouTube, and website. Thanks for following along, and best of luck this week.